pencil mark. Well, there's a scribe right there. But I can hold it here and get a good mark. Pencil mark. Well, there's a scribe right there. But I can hold it here and get a good mark. I've got the piece we've been working on chucked up. Can you see? I don't know if we can see down there. Got to get this off of it. And then we'll see what goes on. Okay, that got us down to that. A little bit, still got a little more to go. Just doing it by hand feed's about the fastest way you can do it. There we go. I don't know if this will work. It won't. It's the wrong angle. So let's back it out of the way. Let's see if this one will do anything on this face. Whoa, that's no good. Get this thing tighter in its jaw. Because I want it parallel to the other face, I put this up against the back of this jaw. See if we keep from knocking it out again. That's why I didn't want to use the big lathe on this. Just for grins, let's mark where we need to go to. In this case, it's going to be 1 7/8. I hope I can remember what a 7/8 look like. There's 1 7/8. what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this over. I'm just going to make a little scribe on it at that point. Here we go. It didn't give me a very good scribe to my eyes. There's a lot of reflection going on. So what I'm going to do is just make a pencil mark. Well, there's a scribe right there. But I can hold it here and get a good mark. Let's switch around to that other bit. I liked better. Now, if I was on the big lathe, I'd just be drilling through that thing because it would go much faster. Really need a positive rake on this, but I don't have one. I'm not going to take any more off because almost all that center gets rebuilt, or removed, excuse me, not rebuilt. So my body needs rebuilding. So we just need to put a big 2.5-inch hole through there. This holder will take a 1/2-inch bit, shank, tool, whatever you want to put in it. But I've also made it to where that 1/2-inch bit right there is on center with the axis of the spindle when I roll it back there and hit that stop. You notice there's no tailstock. Well, usually on a lathe, the tailstock gives you your center. Well, we don't have one of these on Bob, so we do it this way. Pull that out. Put in a 1/2-inch shank bit, tighten it down, and then we'll go all the way through. Spread a little bit. Grab some of these long chips here out of my way. And onward. And we're through. Now I could leave that 1/2-inch bit in there, but I'm taking it out because long things get in the way sometimes. What we're going to do is go back around to this boring bar that's here. That I don't know if it'll get me the full depth. We'll see. The only thing that would be in the way of doing that is this tool holder. But we'll see. Won't be close. Watching that edge of it that's back away from me, and that tool holder that's long. Whoop. Now what did I hit that would have made that sound? I've got plenty of space in there. I'm just steering things. Oh, I see it. I'm going to have to take off this long tool holder. It's hitting the back of that tool steel. Okay. Oh, God. I don't know my own strength. Now this is going to have to come off by taking the bolts off. I can't slide it over here, so I'm going to pick it straight off. You might notice I'm pretty good at taking those bolts off, or those nuts off. At the hospital, they have a wooden block with studs in it. They go from quarter 28 all the way up to 1/2 inch 13, both fine thread and coarse thread. I think the lady was kind of shocked that I knew what the thread sizes were and named them as I did it. But I do that every time I go. It should help some. All right, now let's go back through it. I got to be careful when I get closer that I don't run into the jaws of the chuck. You'll notice this tip of this tool is farther out. That makes it a lot easier not to run into it with the full force of the tool. Let's see. Let's try that. If I was able to run the big lathe, that ought to be to 2 inches. The biggest, I don't like that. Let's try we can make that harmonic go away when it comes out. Make sure everything's tight on that. Well, it's only got one. Screw holding the back that boring bar in place. So let's put another one in there. Be nice if that tool was a little bit more blunt along the nose. Slowing didn't help it. Going faster didn't help it. Need a different bar. Well, we need to put this bar in place, but I'm going to have to line it all back up. And my back's killing me, so I'll be back when I figure out the way to do it. Well, if you're following along, I'm trying to make Bob do stuff that I wasn't totally designed to do, and it would work better on a bigger lathe. But I don't trust myself, so I don't want to use the bigger lathes until my brain's better and my arms and everything. So I figure I can get away with Bob. Bob's got a belt drive for up here, not like a gear drive, and hopefully the belt will stall if something bad happens. Trying to be careful. Now, down here is the piece we're making, and this little boring bar that I have set up in here is singing like, well, it doesn't need to be singing that much, and I can't get it to stop. So I was going to put a bigger boring bar on, but remember, Bob doesn't have a tailstock, so the only point of reference I have is the center of this spindle to be able to drill holes in the center of something. Now, you can see I have these little tool blocks, and this is a 1/2 inch tool block right there. Well, the only reason I know that that's right there in the middle is because I have a stop on the back that I adjusted to the middle, and there it is. It's up against there. If I will rotate this around, I know that's the center of axis. Only problem is that center of axis is only a 1/2 inch. And it's the center of axis for this too. So I need to set this new 5/8 holder up on the center of the spindle's axis. So how am I going to do that if I don't know have any pure mechanical point to come off of? Well, no, I'm not going to cheat. This is a 5/8 tool holder. The bar will fit into that as long as what I use for an alignment bar goes in there. So now I can figure out where it is, but I got all this crap in the way. So luckily, it's easy to take this off. Let me get a few things and we'll take it off. Too big. Consider this part sort of like old-time radio show. I'm walking out to my stock of stuff by the cutoff machine. I've got a shiny 2.5 foot long 5/8 diameter steel bar. I'm coming to get you. Can't do that. This will go through here. I forgot which way it turns. That's the way. I was right. Okay. I got it broke loose. Put that back underneath here. And by doing it this way, I know that this thing is still in the center. Now this isn't a very, has to be absolutely perfect. So that's why I can make it. Get this out of the way. And in here is a place that a collet can go. We're going to clean that out real good. Get a 5/8 collet. Clean this one out good too. Little chips throw things off, so make sure you clean them. Have to redo that when we get through. But now, we're going to move my stool, get into this cabinet with tools in it, and look for a 5/8 collet. Y'all see one? What's that? 13. What's that? 23, 30 seconds. You'd think somebody would paint these things bright red so you could see it right off the bat. It's a 3/4. Silly thing keeps going on and off. Let's see if I have one down here. You'll see it yell out. Say that's it. It is. It's where I store the collets and the other chucks and things. Good Bob. Okay. Now, it goes in like that. Then I can go back here to the back end of the machine and start pulling that collet tight. But before I do that, I need to insert this piece. Let me get rid of this collet. This chuck. I want to insert this in there and then tighten it up. There we go. I thought, there it is. Okay. Now basically I've extended this shaft along the axis of the headstock, and I need to bring this back over, rotate that one out of the way, and this would be the one we need to set. Now to keep from screwing up the other ones that are set up, I'm going to move this over to the stop. Now it's stopped. And then I want to set this up without moving that way. So I'll run this up and I'll get it lined up and on that bar perfectly. If I can, there it is. Come up there a little closer to it. Now I've got that set up. Now, get a wrench. You know what? Let me look and see if I've got one like this instead of the single. I wasn't feeling very good when I got that one out. I don't. Got one more double, but it's going to take up too much space. That part was a radio show. So what I'm going to do is tighten this down. It's going to have to be pretty tight because this bar could rotate out of the center. So now I've got this on center with this via the bar. It sounds like it's going to rain. See, when it goes in, it goes right in. That's how I got to do it. And it's set on the same center as this one, and this one. So, go backwards here. Put that back in the box. We'll put it on the top so I can see. Well, there's not a spot. In fact, I don't have any open spots anywhere. Let's go back to the tool case. This goes up here. Bring the clean chuck back. Double check and make sure it's still clean. My therapists would be great to see me doing that. They got me picking up balls and everything else, trying to increase my upper strength so that I don't have the shake so much. I don't know for sure if that's going to work, but I'll try anything. Take my bar, stick it through. Let's give it a little tight. There we go. Now, we can install this bar into this holder. Let's swing it around. And I want it to stick out far enough to go in there and be safe. But if you stick it out too much, you get too much vibration. So keep it close to the work as you can. All right. Take this off, clear the deck here. Oh, I gotta get my chair, guys. I can walk a little bit, but I'm finding that I just can't stand up very long. So, well, that's always so high. We'll have to get a smaller butt or a bigger chair. No. There we go. Okay. Got my glasses on. Everything else is on. Can y'all see? Let's. Oh, I got to lock the spindle on. It won't let me go with that going. All right. Let's start it off and take a cut and see what's going on in there. Go all the way through so you make sure it works. All the way through, then stop somewhere. Like at the very end there. Let's see. Let's take off 10, 20, 30. Let's take off 40 thousandths, see what it does. The bigger bar already sounds better, doesn't it? That's the end of the cut. I'm going to send it through again because I hear noises. It's like it's taken off about 5 thousandths more. I'm running about 800 RPMs. I could go faster down here on the little end, but it seems to be cutting nice. Okay, let's come back another 40. Well, it's another day. I can stand up, but not very long, so I got a chair here. My legs got tired yesterday and my brain was getting foggy, so I stopped. Kind of important that you feel bad, don't do this. Okay. Down here, we're still set up the same. I got a Mighty Mag indicator set up here. When it goes to 0, I need to know to stop. Problem is my hole is getting too big for the flats, and so I can't drill all the way through with this boring bar, or we'll have problems. Let's give the old machine a couple squirts of oil. Got built-in oilers on this one. Okay. Can you see this? Can you see this? I'm ready. I don't know where I left it. I don't know if... Looks like I left it right there, but we're going to take a cut just to make sure. Pretty close right there. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 50 thousandths. See what she does. Watch my dial here. Yeah, still not going all the way through. That's good. I don't want to for this. So 10, 20, 30, 40, another 50 back out. There's a hard spot in there. Went too far. Did you hear that? Means I started hitting the dadgum dogs. I was sitting there worrying what that, which I think it was trying to recut. Okay. Instead of getting to 0, I think I will stop at 50. That's still good. Put a little juice on it just to see if that'll help the recutting. And let's go down to 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close enough. Didn't hear that cut before there. 1, 2, 3, 40. Don't pull the shield down this time. You can still see everything. Let's go. I don't see any inclusions in that metal, so I'm thinking that that cutting is some recutting of chips. 20, 30, 40. We'll go this way and see if we hear it. Yep. A little bit of lubrication took that noise completely out. 10, 20, 30, 40. Pretty soon I'll have to measure and see where I am. I'm going for 2.5 inches. As you get wider and wider, the speed of the work is increasing. And I'm starting to get some of these again. So I'm going to see if a little lubrication and a deeper feed. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. After this one, we'll reassess. Still getting bigger chips than I want, so let's go up a little bit more. 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. A little more juice, because small tools, small everything don't equate. All that did was make a nice rat's nest of chips. Before I get too far along this road, let me get a measurement. Doesn't have to be exact right now because we've got a long way to go. not that long. That's right at 2 inches. 2 inches and 9 thousandths. So we need to be careful. We only have 500 thousandths to go. $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60 thousandths. $70, $80, $90, $100, $10, $20, $30. We're going $130. That's 10 more than I did last time. Still won't break a chip. It's recutting them now. $10, $70, $180, $190, $200, $210, $220, $230. I'm going to bump the speed up just a little bit of the carriage feed. See if that'll break them. Was doing good till the very end. Let's take a look at where we are. Got them building up back here. All I got is a bigger bird's nest. Now, sometimes you just can't break a damn chip. That's where having a guard over this thing comes in handy. Two and 381 thousandths. We're going to 5. This measures right at where I want to be, so I got a good go, no-go gauge. So, what we're going to do, got a nice finish at that speed. Now this thing is hot. 488. Well, that would mean 12 more. Huh, funny how that works. Okay. I can't touch that. So we're going to let it cool off, then remeasure it.